one to you. Coach will start with an opening statement.
Thought we played a good first half outside of the way we shot it. I liked our approach and our shot selection, the way it moved. Thought we played really hard. Second half we weren't as sharp. Continued to struggle shooting the ball. And I thought our defensive energy let up a little bit. Played a little emotional, played a little bit immature at times. Our attention to detail again just wasn't quite as crisp offensively and defensively in the second half. Like what we did in the offensive glass, obviously creating the 24 turnovers, but got to be better moving forward. Credit Coach Ward, childhood hero of mine and probably many, quarterback and point guard. I thought he did a really good job first year as a head coach, and thought they were really prepared, and thought they defended well. They really moved laterally well, and got speed and quickness and some toughness, and wish them the best in their league.
Yeah, another night struggling from three. Just from what you got to see, I'm sure you want to go back and watch the film, but what needs to change as far as the 3-point shooting?
I've got confidence in our guys that will make shots. I liked our decisions. Again, I thought our shot selection was better. In our guys' defense overall, we're coming off an emotional win. We're got a big weekend ahead of us. The whole approach from the staff is how hard we're going to play against a team like this, and I thought we did play hard. And when you're pressing and playing really hard and flying around, I think complemented with the other factor that we're playing deep, right? We're playing 11 guys, and we're not playing guys for 7-8 minute stretches. I'm not trying to give my guys excuses. I know we shoot it better than this, and we will. But those are some things that we have to overcome. And I think teams that press and teams that play really fast often shoot it better. And it takes them a little time to find that groove from three and shoot it better in the second half of the season. I hope it starts on Friday night, but I know we shoot it better than this. I see it every day.
Coach, we all know about Jake's ability on the offensive end. Can you talk about what he does on the defensive end? 4 steals, 5 blocks tonight.
Yeah, he's really growing defensively with his awareness and his understanding of our defensive system. And we're throwing a lot at him and Kareem too. We're playing more defenses. We're throwing more things at this team because we're just a little different, right? And those guys have picked up on it, and he's made a big jump defensively. His shot selection was really good today, and those will go for him. He's flying the offensive glass too. He plays with a bunch of energy.
32 points off turnovers. Just what did you feel like was working as far as turning defense into offense tonight?
It was some press, it was some man, it was some doubling of the post, it was some just activity in zone. Thought we did a good job with deflections, tips. Credit them. There were probably 6 or 8 possessions where we get a steal, and I'm thinking, here comes a big play. You know, now we're going to fall into a wide open 3 or a big time dunk in space. I thought their defensive transition and urgency, especially off turnovers, was really good, and they limited us I thought we could have had more points there because, you know, we did create the 24, of course. Again, I thought our guys played hard. We just gotta continue having conviction and taking good shots and knowing that they'll go.
You mentioned Coach Ward. What made him your childhood hero, and what's that relationship like now?
You know, I recruited a couple of his guys in the past few years, so I just had a couple phone conversations with them. But it's funny, like the first time I had a chance to talk to him on the phone was like the first time I got a chance to talk to Dominique on the phone when I first got this job. You know, just guys you admire, idolize when you're a little kid. And his ability to be the best quarterback in the country and also be an unbelievable point guard, right, for his same Florida State team, and then be an NBA point guard. And the way that he always carried himself, he's a guy that, just as a kid, just had a ton of admiration for.
What did he tell you on that phone call?
Not much, just about the kid that we were recruiting. A couple guys that we recruited, and he had a really good run as a really good high school coach in that area. He had a great run at FAMU.
Coach, I don't think you guys played a guy with over 30 minutes tonight. I think you had 11 guys at double-digit minutes.
Yep.
When you think about the impact that has long-term for this team, you know, getting these guys rest early, what kind of impact are you seeing defensively and offensively, and just, you know, where they are as far as their stamina late in games?
Yeah, it's there's some positives and negatives to all of it because it's a unique style right now. Not that we're the only one doing it, but there's not many teams that are pressing as much as we are and playing 11 guys double-figure minutes. Our highest guy again tonight was 23, as it was against Georgia Tech, I believe, the other day, which is that 23 number is a very low number. I don't know that 23 will be our highest number a month from now or even Friday. I don't know. It's all a play-by-ear thing, right? A feel. And who knows with injuries and foul trouble and the cold and the flu and those things. There's a lot of positive to it, and I think it gives you an opportunity to be really connected because everyone knows they're going to have a chance if you have the right locker room. But it can backfire, right? If we've got a lot of guys saying, dang, I wish we were playing 11, I wish we were playing 8, and I should be one of those 8. And our guys are doing a decent job with it right now. Another negative, another hurdle that we've got to overcome is, again, when we're playing this fast and pressuring, guys don't have an ability to fall into an offensive rhythm by playing at a slower pace for longer stretches for, say, 7-8 minutes and fall into a couple open ones. And so guys are pressing, and I like them to be pressing, not with the ball in their hands, but playing as hard as they can play for these 3 and 4 minute stretches, and the hope and confidence. I've got confidence in it that it'll all come together. We've done this before, and I hope that we can continue to stay healthy and be this deep. I don't know if the numbers will shake out some, or the minutes will remain somewhere where they are right now. But I do know we'll get more and more comfortable because I have confidence in our locker room. We've got really good guys. Get more comfortable playing this style.
With Kareem, what was his hand or finger issue going on? And
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'll let you answer that.
No, just I guess he missed a dunk and got banged up on the rim, and I'm not familiar with those issues.
Okay, but he's okay.
I got my fingers caught in the net one time, I think. I think he's fine. Yeah, he was hurt for a little bit, but he has to go back in. Yeah, so hopefully he's.
And what did Somto get teed for?
I'm sorry?
What did Somto get teed for?
I guess talking back to an official. Yep. We've all got to be less emotional, and we should worry about why the foul was called and learn from that. But he's a fiery guy, and I liked his fire on the offensive glass and the way he was finishing it early second half. But he owned it and talked to his teammates already about it.
You guys have the big tournament coming up in Charleston. What will this week look like as far as in preparation for that, and what kind of tests awaits you guys there?
Yeah, day off tomorrow, 2-day prep for Xavier. New coach Richard Pitino, of course. High-level program. I'm sure they'll travel with some fans. It's funny, I think I've competed against Xavier in that same gym, same event. It's a great event. It's a great city. So hopefully some of our fans will travel, and some of the fans that live up in the area will come see us and support us. But excited to play, another high-level team like we played against Georgia Tech, and then win or lose, we've got another high-level team. So Friday, Sunday, I'll have a much better idea who we are, where we're at, what our deficiencies are, how well we're shooting at all those things by Sunday afternoon.
You faced Rick before. Have you faced Richard before?
No.
Not to harp on this, but you've talked about how the three-point shooting in practice has been strong. What's the next step to making that translate during the games?
Conviction, taking the same ones. I take the same ones tomorrow. I take the same ones Friday. And they'll go. I think the law of averages will kick in. I really do.
Coach, you mentioned connectedness with this team and how important the style of play is when it comes to being connected. Obviously, the guys are going to get a chance to go away for a couple of days together. And then I think next week is Thanksgiving break. So just them having some free time to kind of be around each other. How important is that, especially at this part of the season?
It's always important. You get more free time in the off season. It's funny though, with some teams that aren't very connected, it can backfire, right? With our guys, they enjoy being around each other. We've got a really good group of guys. They all help recruit each other. It's what happens today's day and age in the portal. You get a guy and they're all communicating, one way or another, and all of our guys enjoy being around each other. But how connected are you as a basketball team defensively and offensively is a whole different conversation and test. And again, I thought we were in the first 20 today. Second 20 wasn't our best, only outscored those guys by 8. But coming off a game again where didn't play great, but pretty connected and won a rivalry game, so there's a lot of positive to it as well. Hopefully we can play a little bit better on Friday. We'll need to play better to beat Xavier, of course.
What are you seeing from catching? Is he doing some things that aren't showing up in the box score necessarily?
You know, Cannon's been struggling with a little sickness and just didn't play with a lot of pop. Didn't seem like he had a lot of energy. He hasn't the last couple of days. I credit him for fighting through practice and giving himself a chance to be available, but didn't appear like he felt great tonight.
What led to Jeremiah being back in the starting 5?
He was in the starting 5, had an injury, missed practice, played the rest when played. I don't have an exact rule sheet as to what leads to who starting, when and where and why change it and when change it. We played our best game and we were going into the Georgia Tech game, and I thought he played his best game and Justin Bailey had played his best game, so let's just stick with it. And then we got through that game and experimented tonight with a different lineup. I'm not stuck with any one lineup in particular, and that's the beauty of having 11 guys that are capable at producing at this level.
Have time for a few more questions?
With so many highlight plays tonight, how do you keep the team focused and make sure that the excitement doesn't take away from defense or overall game control?
We keep our guys grounded. We're going to have highlights because we're an SEC team. If they had some highlights, Xavier's going to have highlights in all of their games, and the opponents that, again, certainly in the Southeastern Conference, there's going to be some high-level plays because of the talent level. And so we talk about responding a lot and act like you've been there before, like you've done it before, make a big-time play. We had a couple tonight, in fact, where we had a big-time dunk and we didn't match up to our guys in our man-to-man press as quickly as we should have, and that was addressed at timeouts. Respond, move on, next play are things that we talk to our guys about a lot.
Jake Wilkins has been extremely efficient with his minutes off the bench so far. What do you think the chances are he might be able to start or just have an increased role in general before the end of the season?
I think all 11 of our guys' role could increase. He's one of those 11. Again, super talented. I'm as high on him as I am anyone else, but I could name like Justin Abson, the way he played tonight, probably deserved more minutes. Jordan Ross, Marcus Millender, those guys, they both could play more minutes. Santos Rill only played 16. Cannon's a guy that there'll be games where he probably plays 26 if he's in a big-time rhythm and he gets in great game shape and he's shooting the ball well. Kareem Staggs is just like Jake, super talented freshman. So I really like our depth. I tell our guys all the time, I don't care who starts. I don't care who plays the most minutes, who takes the most shots. The defense will dictate a lot of that, and who starts will be who's playing the best. You know, we've got an accountability chart. We call it a growth chart. We chart everything that our guys do, every practice, in every game, in terms of you name it, how hard we're cutting, blockouts and closeouts and contests and communication, and offensively, are we in the right spot? Are we creating advantages for one another? Are we throwing hockey assists? Are we taking A shots? And all of these guys will have opportunities every day in practices and every game to increase their roles. With these guys, especially with this type of depth, we talk about accepting your role, but roles can evolve. And I don't want anyone to be acceptant of only playing 16 minutes. We want you to want more. But star in your current role, know that if you continue to get better, your role may evolve.
Coach Cannon obviously comes from a long line of basketball legends. What is it like to coach him, and what do you see for him in the future?
He's as gifted a scorer as anyone that I've coached. Unique, 6'9", almost like two guard skills with his ability to get shots off the catch, off a cut, off the bounce, either hand. I think he's really talented. He's growing as a player. He's becoming a better passer, embracing defense and rebound. He got a couple big-time rebounds, I thought, early, and then did some things against Georgia Tech where I thought, exerting a lot of energy and effort, just getting out of his comfort zone. But the scoring comes easy to him. Again, he's not feeling really well lately, but he had a big game from him Friday.
Has anyone on your staff given you an early scouting report on Xavier? Maybe they've done some of the legwork there.
Yeah, we have a joke. We have one guy who's responsible for that scout, and as we're preparing for the last couple games, it'll come up, in a staff meeting. Well, Xavier does this, and we say, listen, it's not your turn yet. The scout coach, as we call him, the guy who's responsible for the next scout, he's always trying to get a head start. Wants to tell people about his. No, it's about FAMU right now. So we'll really jump into them tonight and tomorrow.
How helpful is it to have a player like Jordan Ross who takes care of the ball and distributes it so well?
He's really steady, and Jordan's probably having to make the biggest adjustment from one program to the next. Played for Randy Bennett at St. Mary's, a top 25 program last year, top 10 defense. I think they were 8th in the country. But the style was very, very, very different. And he's won like 1 million games. They do a great job, and we're asking him to do things that are on the opposite end of the spectrum. And he's really embraced it and made a big jump here in the past month. I mean, you could see even 2-3 minutes left in the game, off a dead ball. We're trying to ask him to play with some tempo, and he's doing it. He's steady. He's very smart. He's very consistent.
Last question? Anything? All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.